So hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am happy to welcome you today to this conference prepared by the team of Promostyle. In a few words, Promostyle is a trend agency which has been created in the 60s. We are the first trend agency in the world which has been created. Today, our main mission is to help brands to anticipate the expectation of the consumer and meet their needs in terms of fabrics, colors, shapes, etc., etc., etc. To achieve this, we are working with the mapping. Sorry, that doesn't work. Yes. We are working with the mapping of Carl Jung. Carl Jung was a sociologist, psychologist of the middle of the 20s. He defined 80 kind of personality. We call these personalities some archetypes. And so we update, of course, that archetypes in our times. So we distinguish four different archetypes: technology, nature, counterculture, and elitism linked to the luxury. Very quickly, the archetype elitist, just there, is an individualist and conservative person. He responds to the need to recognize oneself among elites or initiates, to possess rare, personalized, or exclusive objects that require traditional know-how through celebrating traditions. I think you correspond to this archetype here. You are in this archetype. The other one, the technology one here, just there, are individualistic and Napoleon's in progress. It responds to the need to be in step with the time by adopting new behavior, experiments, and innovations. He constantly pushes the limits of human scientific, technological, and organic evolutionary capacity. We are in the metaverse, we are in the NFT, we are in the Web 3.0. This kind of person wants the last smart Apple Watch, for example. Nature. Nature is an archetype, is conservative and collective. He wants to slow down. He's in search of solutions for the survival of our planet. That's an important thing, you know. The ecological responsibility is the main subject of our time. This is a mega trend. To do this archetypes study the nature, explore some different way of preserving it, and adapt to it rather than forcing it, to adapt to us. We are in the ecology. This is linked to the upcycling, the recycling. I saw some creators who use some recycling and upcycling here in the fair. And the last one, the fourth one, is the counterculture. This archetype have an appetite for the progress and changement. In fact, this is a new generation. This is Gen Z and the millennials. This archetype will constantly seek to shake things up, sometimes to the extreme. You will easily recognize all these archetypes all along my presentations. Okay, so this is the base of our works. Then, we stay alert in the society. We look what people eat, what people are speaking in the restaurant. Like, we are aware on culture, like fashion, design, popular culture. Of course, the digital is a subject very important now. The new technologies, the politics, the science, the sociology. Sorry, it's a very difficult word to pronounce for a French guy. So those social, economic, and cultural movements have an impact to these archetypes and create new needs and new behavior. And artists in promo style and on trend agency, we translate that needs in terms of shapes, colors, materials, fabrics, etc., etc. This is how we work. I forget to show you this slide. Okay, so we analyze the words. This is an illustration. Okay, in a couple of words, I'm the artistic director of this trend office, and I am also teaching in a fashion school in Paris. Okay. Now our subject, next horizon. So today I'm going to explore with you this theme, next horizon. This theme explores new technologies through art and creation. In the world of jewelry, of course. This is our subject today. And about the human of today and tomorrow, which we will call the augmented man. Let's take a closer look to this notion of augmented man to understand the subject. It appeals to the trends of transhumanism. The physical and intellectual capacities of human beings could be increased by the progress of medicine, the technology, computing, robotics, and everything related to science and artificial intelligence. By improving cognitive functions through artificial intelligence, transhumanism would allow humans to develop their level of intelligence and creativity. This or that implies that the human being will extract himself from the limitations of his biological body thanks to the technology. Technology will allow humans to evolve infinitely faster than the theory of natural selection. It will probably give rise to a new type of humanity that it is very, very difficult to imagine today. Of course. So in this competition, for those who participate in this competition, it's up to you to imagine it, of course. Digital technology is becoming more and more important in our daily lives. You know that everybody has an iPhone with a lot of applications. digital is a welcome escape from the constraints of the daily life and the anxiety due to the global crisis we are experiencing today. That's the pain of the countries. In Europe, we are anxious, for example, about a lot of things. So a new utopia is emerging, a virtual world that maintains global relations and the discovery of a new aesthetics. This is this new aesthetics, which is very important to note here for the work of a jewelry designer. This new aesthetic inspired by this new technology, by this new utopia. This is the birth of the metaverse. So what is the metaverse? I think you know it. I don't know if you know it. I think yes. That's a virtual world in which people can interact with others virtually through avatars. So people create their own avatars. And so they communicate with others with his person in Belgium, something like that. So in virtual spaces, of course, accessible via 3D or 2D video conferences and sometimes headsets. The metaverse can revolutionize the industry. So at a first glance, this concept seems unclear to many people. Me the first. The idea of trying on consulting clothes that exist only in the virtual world may seem like a bit of a stretch. And nevertheless, it is a growing technique for a lot of brands. And many experts believe that the metaverse will seriously impact the future of our business. In fashion, in the jewelry, in the design in general. I don't know if you saw this metaverse fashion show last March. In this fashion show, this virtual fashion show, we were able to observe new experiences, some after parties, like in real life, on a platform called Decentraland. It is a 100% event to showcase digital creations, and we call designer wearable. This is a new name. So there are some new designers called wearables. Wearables are NFT of clothes or accessories that can be only worn by avatars. I know that's strange. Sorry, but that exists. But what is an NFT exactly? It's difficult to explain, but I will try. An NFT is the abbreviation of a non-fungible token. NFTs are units of data, also called token. token is a data, in fact. They are stored in a blockchain, and a blockchain is something like a bank, a room, I don't know. And a blockchain is a secure digital storage technology. The tokens are non-fungible and serve also, that's a good thing, and serve as a certificate of authenticity, showing that they are unique and not interchangeable. That means you cannot change a 5 million euro to another 5 million euro. An NFT is a digital object whose ownership is traceable. It is a contract whose rules are defined by computer code based on a virtual object. An NFT can be never be changed, adjusted or stolen, thanks to the cryptographic principle of this incredible blockchain. I invite you to go to the web and to see exactly what an NFT. In fact, the NFT is, we use NFT as a blockchain for the crypto money. But we can also use it for pieces of art and clothes. Okay, is an NFT a collector's item? Many people enjoy the excitement of collecting a unique or rare item. So NFT gives additional legitimacy to collectible content as they come in the form of digital sales. And this offers an exciting buyer experience. Why not? It's true. That's offer an exciting buyer experience that we are looking for in our times. NFTs provide a way to guarantee authenticity. This is a kind of digital signature or a stamp of approval. We can, for example, to limit the number of copies available for sale, authorize a reissue or not, organize a system of royalty also to remunerate the original author of a work for each transaction. I will drink a bit of water, it will be more easy, sorry. NFT privilege or compliments. Sometimes in addition, buyers receive physical objects when they buy an NFT. Or other benefits, such as access to ultra-private events. This gives even more privilege to the NFT holders. The wearable, the NFT wearable. So now we come back, you remember, we come back to this first digital metaverse of March. This is a picture of this show. The consumer of wearable NFT will able to try first on his avatar a piece of clothing or jewelry, decide after to buy it digitally or not, so to stock in a blockchain or to the buy. For example, with the DressX application, I will speak a lot of this application DressX. So with the DressX application, you can wear it in augmented reality on Zoom or Google Meet. Some brands will also offer equivalent real pieces for sale, so you can try it and decide to buy it or not. So what is DressX? DressX is an example of this kind of brands who turns to the metaverse. In fact, a lot of brands are turning to the metaverse now. The digital world are accessible through a headset. And thanks to an avatar, we can move and interact with objects and the surrounding environment. That's a very significant innovation, which pushed brands to develop collections to dress our avatar. DressX is an e-commerce platform that promotes young 3D designers. Look at this example of Tiffany's. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. So, you know Tiffany, this jewelry house, sold out in a couple of minutes a series of 250 physical pendants for the holders of a CryptoPunk digital picture. Also, a CryptoPunk digital picture is a famous collection of NFT. This is a pixelized portrait. You can see here this portrait. This is an NFT. And so Tiffany creates a real jewelry, and it was sold out in a couple of minutes for the holder of the NFT. What does this mean? Only holder of CryptoPunks can buy the pendants. The customer feels privileged. So we have a very strong experience here. And each pendant will be inspired by the buyer's CryptoPunk digital image. The pendant will be designed in 18 carats gold with at least 30 precious stones or diamonds. A little extra accompanies the purchase of this jewel. A digital version of the jewel will also be delivered by Tiffany. So you have also an NFT. So you can wear your avatar with your pendant. The Gen Z, the millennials. Of course, this generation influences these practices because this generation is born with the digital. They are connected all the time, they are interact with other via video networks, via Instagram, Facebook, but more Instagram, responsive to online advertising, emotionally committed, they are access information in real time, and they like to feel unique. That's an interesting thing. The digital influencer. This is favored also by the Gen Z. This technology, this metaverse, is giving rise to virtual influencers on social media. The most famous is Lila Miquela. She is, or it is, she is or it is, I don't know. So she is a virtual personality with 3 million followers on Instagram. She is 19 years old and she lives in Los Angeles, in LA. Okay. She looks like a real influencer. We can see her with some real person here, with real person. She's invited in real events. She collaborates with fashion brands. And she collaborates in particular with 2 jewelry brands. I don't know if you know these 2 brands, Mara Paris and Mondo. So of course everything is done digitally. So what is the creative challenges of this new technology? The desire to have fun, to be creative, to have clothes or accessories that you will not wear in real life, to push the limits of creation, to remove the practicality of clothing and accessories, why not, to remove the notion of season, and not be afraid of being judged by other people. Freedom is total, creation is infinite. Will this innovation allow us to consume less? That's a good question, no? You know that today we must absolutely reduce our carbon footprints to save our planet. We will reduce this problem with this new technology. I will answer later. The problem is that the human being has been confronted with several problems since the Industrial Revolution. Is the happiness that comes with buying, which leaves people unsatisfied and pushes them to buy again and again. This is a tyrannical desire, which is accentuated by social media, social networks. Why? Because we are observed in social networks. And we want what the other has also. Okay, sorry, a bit small problem, perhaps the battery. If you could help me. I think it's perhaps a battery, I don't know. Yeah, thank you. Sorry? No, I don't use it. No. Okay, some figures. Fashion is responsible for 20 to 35% of microplastic flows into the ocean. And exceeds the carbon footprints of international flights and shopping combined. 10% of the total global carbon footprint is due to fashion. 80% of clothing is worn only one time, and sometimes never. Thank you. That's the figures. Thank you very much. Okay. The impact of NFTs on the climate. An example of this famous application, Dress6. Dress6 studied some case, and he compares the impact of producing a physical garment with a digital garment. Creating a digital garment will produce 97% less CO2 than a physical, that's a new word, physical garment. Let's take the example of the t-shirts. The production of a single t-shirt requires 2,700 liters of water, while the production of a single digital t-shirt requires the designer to be hydrated with 8 glasses of water per day. So with these 2,700 liters of water used for a real t-shirt, we could give a human being a drink for 3.5 years. Okay. That's a lot of piece of reflection of that, okay? Dress6 also states that 23% of its customers agree that buying a digital garment can offset the need to buy a physical garment. So, a customer can have the same experience, the same enjoying when he buy an NFT or a real t-shirt. So why not? 46% prefer to buy a digital garment to get a new post on social media. And 50% of them say that it is for an Instagram post. And 31% of the customer of Dress6 support eco-responsibility initiative. A new shopping experience. Okay, the digital clothing and accessories market is expected to reach $10 billion by 2030. This pushes brands to be more interested in the metaverse and digital products. So new shopping experiences are emerging now, of course. Now the case of XI Okay, XI is a London-based company specializing in Web 3.0. Okay, in a couple of words, the Web 3.0 will succeed to our actual web. Our actual web is Web 2.0. So now everything is controlled by Google, Instagram, Facebook, etc., by organizations. The goal of the Web 3.0 is to be more free. In fact, it will be controlled. In fact, internet, the web will be controlled by the community of a blockchain or a network in particular. So the decision will be made in community. So they will use the Web 3.0. XI is famous by creating NFTs for the artist Harry Styles and for the brand G.W. Anderson, the British creator. It launched in 2023 the first retail space for a virtual luxury shopping experience. So this is a real space inspired by the metaverse. There will be some innovative system, innovative technology. So there will be no screen, but you will have exactly the same experience as what you can see on the screen. It will be fascinating and highly stimulating to all the senses. You will, about temperature, wines, sound effects, etc., etc. And so also some beautiful collaboration with luxury accessory brands are to come with this, with XI Road. So physical shopping transports the consumer into the world of the metaverse. Okay, another example. That's a collaboration between Ambush, this is a Japanese brand, based in Tokyo, OP3M and Avalanche. Ambush presents a new NFT. Try to follow me, okay? This brand presents a new NFT. A limited edition necklace called A3. So, he presents a limited edition necklace called A3, only destined for users of the PO NFT. So, the PO NFT is an NFT company, first, and Silver Factory Metaverse. In fact, Silver Factory Metaverse is a studio of creation specialized on metaverse. So, to have this limited edition of necklace, you need to be user the Po NFT and also to the Silver Factory. So the design features the brand's iconic lighter case in red chrome here color, and the purchase of this NFT includes IRL, a real life experience, in Milano, an access to certain benefits in the brand's metaverse, and other virtual goodies to dress around the town also. Questions. Will this technology lead to lose of our ancestral know-how? I would like to say yes. I would like to say no. In fact, I don't know. A lot of people say yes. In fact, perhaps we will lose our ancestral know-how. Try to keep it. For now, digitalization is cutting jobs in favor of machines. We have saw that. To reduce costs, artisans are the first to be affected, of course, but their creativity, your creativity, and know-how will always inspire future aesthetics. Even the metaverse takes the place of the clothes and jewelry. The ancestral know-how will always inspire creation. Okay, another question. Will a new form of know-how emerge in the metaverse? We have a beginning of answer with this collaboration here with Gucci. Gucci collaborates with a digital artisan. Yes, there are some digital artisans. He collaborates with Wagmi-san, nicknamed the Digital Craftsman. He takes the codes of the know-how, but everything, of course, is entirely digital. So the story, the subject, you know, the artistic director of Gucci is Alessandro Michele. So the subject is an avatar of Alessandro Michele. Invites himself to a Tokyo-based metaverse shop and is offered a crystal ball. This object is a pass. 5,000 copies are available, allowing its holder to access a unique and personalized NFT in a few days. Okay, the future trends inspired by digital. Okay, now, the reality. The future, we will deciphering the trends inspired by this metaverse. So the aesthetic, of course, is inspired by the virtual reality with the Ultra HD revolution and the development of the metaverse. And the metaverse is an aesthetic that influences real life. The boundaries between the real and the virtual are becoming increasingly thin. The material and texture are glittery, metallic, iridescent, and effective. So, I saw all of this kind of, that's not colors, but that's aspects in your jewelry here. No problem with that. There is a link. We are not new volumes inspired by technology defy the law of gravity. Geometric shapes, innovative, pointed, 3D circles like that, you know, this, everything circle come from the metaverse. Everything is aerodynamics. The high-tech includes the jewelry also, you know that perfectly, I think. He becomes a part of the body sometimes. You can see some airballs as earring of necklace by Shocker. Here. Holographic necklace, cable, bracelet, ring and bracelet with sensors to measure body health. Bracelets that change color according to moods. Another trend inspired by metaverse. The armor jewelry. That's inspired by game, you know, by the gamer with a fight, something like that. This trend has a melted appearance, something raw, irregular, welded. We can say that these references to armor are aimed at an anxious consumer in need of protection from the game, from the global crisis we are experiencing now, you know. So the color range is dark here. You can see some extreme tones with some glossy black, some black vinyl, some metal bronze, and mirror also. Palladium color. Chain is a trend that has been growing for many seasons now, but it is now gross and raw with a touch of crunch, with link mixes together, colored, rusted, tagged, inspired by mechanic with carabiners and other tools. And in addition, we can add there is a bag of charms and grease in, I don't know if you know this word, grease, some charms. You can add some charms in all kinds of your chains. Because it is like a fetish, it is a nostalgic refuge. This is a regressive dimension to childhood, to reassure ourselves. And this retreat is very close to the metaverse because with the metaverse, in fact, we are alone with, we are just with we interact with other people, but in fact, we are alone. You can also be found here in the digital version on Dress X. Okay, I invite you to see the website. I have not the slide, I have not the photo here. Raw ultra creativity is back. Okay. I'm almost finished. So, you know, metaverse inspires some strange things, some strange creator. That is because the creation is unlimited. You can transform a body with a metaverse. You can create some legendary creator from other planets. Certain body parts are accentuated by trimming the ears on the Earth. And the metaverse is a staging in which everyone find their character. Just have to be a generation of mix. So, of course, this is inspired also by the metaverse. Details and shapes of the accessories are curious. Some round rings with psychedelic kitsch details, funky aliens, XXL or colored hearts. Here, for example, here an example of La Monceau, this brand. Let's have a look at the rings. Each delivery becomes an happening or a customer experience because customer receive the rings on a latex glove. I have to run because time is running, okay? Sorry. This strange aesthetic is accentuated by undefined shapes, organic, irregular texture with resin, plastic or silicone. And about colors, the palette is a futuristic mix of cyber colors with illusion, energy and the smoky gray, hybrid digital tones, the bright emerald, the yellow chrome, robotic neutral with copper metal, titanium and glows. Okay, I come back with the nature. The upcycling is useful. We need to upcycling and we need to explore this way in jewelry. So metals are remelted, we repair them, we have to be remanufactured from existing jewelry, giving birth to unexpected, uncalculated products. Another thing, the subject of the nail art. Which are getting longer, giving some real artistic performances with creative shapes. They are customized with rings and piercing or charms sometimes. It's almost finished. The background of the 200, the back of the centuries, at the beginning of the centuries, because this period, of course, appeals to the new generations that saw the birth of internet. For example, chains now are wear on the waist, so we can see some strass on the body, and some nominative choker. I don't know if we have time to see a video. I will 2 minutes video and take some notes. Okay. I will conclude. So the digitalization of our world cannot be stopped now. We are moving towards transhumanism and augmented man, where the machine